It usually starts in the quiet moments, the small, unexplainable shift in how you feel after meals. Not quite pain, not quite peace either. You feel sluggish, foggy, tired, and yet your routine hasn't changed. Same meals, same groceries, same habits, so what's going on? As we age, the body becomes more sensitive, not fragile, but wiser. It begins to react to things it once tolerated, and sometimes the biggest impacts don't come from the loudest ingredients. They come from the ones hiding in plain sight. Not the obvious culprits we've been taught to fear, but the ones that live quietly on our plates. Day after day, meal after meal, you might think it's just a little treat, or a harmless topping, or something healthy because the label says so. But certain everyday foods carry hidden effects. They don't scream, they whisper, and their whisper turns into a storm over time. Impact energy, memory, digestion, even sleep, and most people have no idea why they're feeling off. Labels are powerful. You see low fat, you think healthy, you read sugar-free, and you feel smart. But the truth is, the food industry doesn't always care about your health. It cares about taste. It cares about sales. And it knows exactly how to trick your tongue. Even foods with a health halo can hide ingredients that slowly work against your body's natural rhythm. And those effects, they're not instant. They build quietly, until one day your body says enough. Do you ever wonder why you feel tired even after a full night's sleep? Or why you lose energy midday even when you haven't done much? That's not aging. That's your body working overtime to process what you're feeding it. When your system is overwhelmed with hidden stressors, it pulls energy from places that matter. Muscles feel heavy. Thinking becomes slower. Joints get stiffer. Your will to move fades. And the cause isn't always something dramatic. Sometimes it's what's on your fork. We live in a world that rewards speed, quick bites, easy meals, snacks you can unwrap and eat in 30 seconds. But convenience often comes with a cost. Preservation, additives, flavor. Enhancements that feel good for a moment, but that demand repayment in the long run. Convenient doesn't always mean kind to your body, especially if you're in your 60s. 70s or beyond. The body isn't looking for fast anymore. It's craving real. Here's something beautiful. The body forgives, even after years of silent damage. When you remove what's harmful and nourish it with honesty, it responds. Not always overnight, but noticeably. That mid-afternoon slump, gone. The nightly indigestion, eased. The morning stiffness, softened. It doesn't take a perfect diet. It takes awareness. Knowing what to say no to even when the world says yes. It's common for older adults to believe that pain, bloating, brain fog, and fatigue are normal, but common does not mean natural. Just because many people experience it doesn't mean you should accept it. And once you begin to see what's really causing your body to feel off, you can reclaim more energy, more joy, more freedom than you thought possible. All by making invisible things visible. There are costs you never see on a receipt. The cost of aching joints, cost of restless sleep, cost of losing motivation to move, the cost of relying on medication that might not be need what. If the hidden ingredients you've trusted for years were slowly adding these costs to your life, what if knowing just a few truths could help you rewrite that? There comes a moment when something clicks. You start reading labels differently. You notice how you feel after specific meals. You remember that your body is talking to you all the time. You start asking questions you never asked before. Why am I always tired after eating this? Why does my stomach feel uneasy hours later? What if this snack isn't as innocent as I think? That awareness is the beginning of transformation. Because from there, change becomes simple. This journey isn't about restriction. It's about substitution. Replace what numbs with what nourishes, or replace What inflames with what heals, or replace what's artificial with what's real, and the effects. They don't just show up in blood pressure or weight. They show up in how alive you feel each morning. In your smile, your walk, your peace of mind. You don't need perfection. You need consistency, a quiet discipline that says, I care too much about how I feel to eat things that hurt me. And when your choices are rooted in care, your body responds with clarity. Your mind becomes sharper. Your mood becomes lighter. Your body becomes stronger. One choice at a time. Sometimes the biggest changes happen where no one can see them. Your gut working peacefully, your heart pumping, effortless, your brain clearing up like a blue sky after clouds see your joints greeting you without protestant. The only evidence is how you feel. That's where real health lives. Not in numbers. Not in compliments, but in your internal experience. And it all begins with what you remove. Your body has been with you for decades. It knows. It knows when something doesn't sit right. It knows when something lifts you. It knows what to do if you give it the chance. So when it whispers, not this, listen. That whisper may be the reason you feel young again. There's something magical about rediscovering vitality in your later years. Something powerful about waking up and saying, I feel good. And knowing it wasn't a pill. It wasn't luck. It was you. Your choices, your discipline, your willingness to let go of what no longer serves you. You've always had the power. Now you're using it no matter your age. You are not too far gone. You are not too late. You are not too broken. The moment you decide to give your body fewer enemies and more allies, it starts working for you again. Your steps become lighter, your laughter more natural. Your sleep more restful. And all because you removed what was slowing you down. You don't have to accept fatigue. You don't have to tolerate daily discomfort. You don't have to wonder what's wrong. When the answer may be right in front of you, you are allowed to feel good. You are allowed to take control. You are allowed to protect your health by saying no to what others accept. And that one decision might just give you back years of life that you didn't know were waiting. Narrator closing. You've listened. You've learned. Now it's time to act. Let your plate reflect your wisdom, and let your days reflect your freedom. Because the smallest things can make the biggest difference, especially when they've been hiding in plain sight all along.